Happy December, everybody.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Regina.
Hey,
Regina
Sally.
Karish here with us at Farmhouse Fabrics. And we're running a little behind because we got chattering about how the decorating is going for Christmas.
That's right. It's really going.
Yeah. And so I know that I have a daughter-in-law that loves to decorate. And when do you think she had her all of her Christmas decorations up at least 2 weeks before Thanksgiving?
Probably,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful, and then she's got them in the girls' rooms, and they love it. And then she has a kennel, and so at the kennel she's
decorated.
got the kennel decorated. Yeah, she's all about decorating.
Yeah,
I know.
I love it too.
Her name's Sarah Jane, and when she married my oldest son, she saw our old farmhouse, and she's like, "This house needs wreaths on every window," and so she orchestrated that and had that happen. One time.
Well,
it was really pretty.
It was really pretty that time.
But I think she had to be the cheerleader and the organizer
and get it going.
Yeah, to get it going. And so Regina is kind of that way at her house. She's kind of the cheerleader and the organizer.
I couldn't get everybody else going this time, so we're missing.
She's about
we
throwing
have a
her
naked
hands
tree.
in the air. Yeah, she said
I just told Sally I packed them all the ornaments up for the big tree and put them back in the closet.
They're going to have a naked tree in their foyer.
And it's really pretty because I love the lights. I don't care about anything else. I love the lights.
Too.
And I have a tree in my bedroom that has lights, a tree in the kitchen that has lights, and I leave them on all the time.
I put up a tree. I'm really bad about it, but I'll put up a tree and it just had lights, and my grandkids were like, "Gigi, aren't you going to decorate?" And I'm like, "This is good enough for me.
This is good. I love it.
I like to turn all the lights off and just look at the Christmas tree lights."
Well, the tree in my bedroom's been up ever since last Christmas, and it's had nothing on it but the lights.
No kidding.
And I love it.
Oh, I can't believe it. That really surprises me, Regina. I see you as somebody who's like, put it down, take it up. This is this date,
no.
this date, and this date, and it's going to be done.
No, it's done already.
Oh, wow.
It's been done all year.
Wow. Well, today I talked to Cindy at Capital Imports, one of the co-owner with her husband Mo, and she said, "Well, Sally, only 24 more days until Christmas," and I'm like, I really didn't need to hear that. I've been depressed ever since I talked to her. I'm like, I never do things like that very well. When people expect me to get something done, then I don't know. I can't function for some reason. It's like, if you don't expect it, it might happen. But if you do expect it...
Well, nobody's really expecting anything, Sally.
Oh, good.
Yeah. See, you can relax. Nobody is expecting anything.
Well, I don't know. I think people still expect something out of me.
Just smile.
With my family? How's that
work?
How's that work? It doesn't work that great. So...
It'll come about.
Have you recovered from Thanksgiving, and
yes,
did you have big get-togethers? And
yes,
yeah,
we did,
and
lovely,
and everybody got along great.
Oh, wonderful. We did.
I do want to mention that Emma, sitting right over here, Emma told us today that Emma's definitely the youngest one in the crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Youngest. So
the baby.
So she didn't really grow up with a lot of the things that Regina and I grew up with, and so it's really been fun to watch her interest in they decorated a tree. Her husband really wanted a tree, and so she bought tinsel, and she said, "Did you ever use tinsel?" And so I'm wondering how many of y'all use tinsel.
Yeah.
I remember, but when we used it originally, wasn't it like real pieces of aluminum foil almost? I mean, they were really crinkly. Mm-hmm. And then they came out with the shiny
stuff.
plasticky
you can
nylon.
Pull it and it stretches. Yeah.
But what a difference it made. Emma put some up on her tree. She took a picture of her tree before and after, and it's really pretty.
It's beautiful. It just shimmers. It's so pretty. I love it.
Maybe it's because it just brings back.
I hadn't seen it in a very long time, so now that I know they have it.
So it's out there, and it's not
My
expensive.
naked tree might get some tinsel.
Put some tinsel on.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that that with Joel and his kids, when he has them this Christmas, it'd be fun to go get some ornaments, the little wooden ornaments, and paint, and have them paint.
Mm-hmm.
and Emma was showing me the clear ornaments that you can get. And was it is somebody in your family put paint in there and painted on the inside, or mom or something like that, sister maybe?
It's my sister's friend, the iridescent.
Yes. And they can make their own ornaments and hang them up. So
I put them on clear. They look like bubbles on my tree. They're so fun.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I did the ones last year or year before last with where you put the wax in the thing and then you sprinkle glitter in there and you try it around with a glitter stick.
Oh, that would be
Never,
pretty.
ever.
Oh, don't do that again.
Was it in a glob?
No, it did beautiful, but when
Was there glitter everywhere?
But when it hit the floor, glitter was everywhere.
Oh.
Because these were glass.
Oh, they broke.
And they broke.
And
so
said they did one strand at a time. And Billy Paris says hers is much prettier than ours because we threw it by handfuls versus placing it nicely on around the tree.
Boom.
That's what I did. I stood on the stairs and dropped it from the top and let it float down. That worked. It was pretty.
Did somebody else say something? I see you about to say.
Jeanette said that growing up we used tinsel and you'd better do it correct, one strand at a time.
Oh, right.
That's what Miss Jan, she said her mom every year would say, do one strand at a time.
And so the question is, because we did this, did you take them off also and reuse them the next year? Because we did do that.
One did. One said they did.
Yeah, we put it in a plastic bag.
Yep. We took them off and reused them the next year.
And Denise said she used the icicles.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's neat. Well, Regina was saying that her mother remembers using angel hair on the tree.
Yeah.
And tell them why they quit doing it.
Her grandmother would pass through and it would stick to her sweater and she'd drag it off the tree.
Right off the tree.
And so my grandmother got really mad and said, I'm never using that stuff again.
Oh, that's funny.
So she didn't.
That's funny. Oh, my goodness. So, obviously, not everybody has their trees up and decorated, but you do have 24 days.
Yeah, you see people on the 24th running down the street with a tree on top of their car. You know, and I'm thinking if I waited till that day, wouldn't have a tree.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, when we had a real tree for years and years, and we burned wood in our fireplace, and so because I'm really a procrastinator about taking things down, but I knew in January when I was breaking off the bottom branches and using them to start the fire in the fireplace. Maybe this is a good time
to take it
to
down.
get the tree down.
I can hear Sally Joe, can you cut the next limb off so I can burn that one?
That's right. That's right.
You just assembled it in the house.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh my goodness. But it got nice and dry, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, we're here to talk about
I guess we
sewing.
got to stand up now. We can't talk anymore about that.
Do we have to stand up
We
to
have
talk
to
about
stand
sewing?
up.
I got
Yeah.
pretty comfortable.
I did too.
But we were like really chatting up a storm
Just
here.
relaxing
so now,
today.
Yeah, we're relaxing today. So, well, I'll
How about
tell
this
you.
beautiful fabric? Let's talk about this one.
We'll talk about this in a minute.
Okay.
This is wonderful. But first, let's talk about this. Every December for a number of years, we've had this little promotion. And it's always been just awesome and successful. And so, any merchandise order over $60 you will automatically be given a $10, what do we call it?
Gift certificate.
Is it a gift certificate? It's a gift certificate. But it's got a discount code.
It's a
discount code, but it's worth $10. It's $10, and so all of December you'll be earning these, and you get one for any order over $60, $60 or more, and then in January you can spend them, and so you can spend $10 on just by using your coupon code number. On any order of $60 or more in January. So anyway, it was fun, and Emma got this all worked up for us, and we've been sending out we attach one of these in smaller. It's 1/4 of this size. We attach one to every order that qualifies, and it will be on your order, and then you will have you'll have a piece of paper, and it has a coupon code, a discount code, and we've also handwritten it in there too. So try to hang on to it. We've handwritten it on our copy too, so that if we have to look it up, we will, but we prefer to you to keep track of it.
That's right. And that's easier.
Yeah, but we're trying to write it everywhere, so it's going to be easy to find in January. And I know it's hard to remember. You know, I can't remember sometimes. Do I have money on that gift card? I don't know.
No.
But anyway, it's all in the system now. All the numbers are in there, and as you order, you'll be receiving one. And today, several of them went out, so that's pretty cool. So that's our little December present that's going on. And
Cindy said she's decorating her tree while she watches, so I feel like y'all should sing her a little Christmas song.
She really doesn't want us to sing.
can you sing? I can't
No.
sing. Can you
Well,
dance?
that'll make it even
Can
more
you
fun.
dance?
Neither
I
one.
can't dance either. Can
No.
you whistle? I can't even whistle. Yeah, there you
That's
go.
about it.
I can play music on my phone. Yeah, we should have it playing in the
Have a
background.
little bit of Christmas music.
Now we can talk about it. It's like
Okay.
I hate to just talk about it because then we'll have to quit talking about it.
No, it's so beautiful.
This is Sea Island cotton, not knit. Sea Island cotton sateen that is
This is
absolutely
lush.
wonderful.
It's so
Yeah.
beautiful and so nice.
60 inches wide. It's a beautiful pink color. Really, really pretty.
Easter all the way.
I know, it is.
Better
It's-
get it now and get
it's nice.
busy, thinking
They're
about what you're doing.
Limited, it's true.
Yeah, it's limited.
It's limited. We did order everything that they had in pink, and so we'll have it for a little bit, but it's not a whole lot.
No,
Anyway,
but it's beautiful. And if
was
you have
really happy
flower
to
girl
see this.
dresses, anything like that coming
Oh,
up,
yeah.
oh my goodness, this
Yeah.
is what you want. This
This
is
is
so
nice.
pretty. Yeah.
This is nice. So, Sea Island, and we did get their last bolt of Sea Island called Ice Pops, which is like popsicles.
Uh-huh.
And I think we have a few yards left of that. So that's that, but that is a knit. That's a knit. We got that. And then this is so cool because this is a wool, silk, and linen blend. And we call it blush. You know, what do you call it? Is that just
I would
really
think
a
blush because it's not really pink and it's not really
know,
peach
this-
or orange. It's
Love this color.
I got a question about the sale.
Yeah.
Does that include sale items?
This what includes sale items?
the total.
Getting
Yes.
the discount.
Mhm. It's a merchandise total of $60 or more.
Gift cards and pleater are the only exclusions,
Hmm.
and the scholarship category is excluded as well.
Oh, even in the merchandise thing. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But everything else.
So thank you for ordering from our scholarship category. That speaking of that,
Mm-hmm.
we do have a scholarship category where we're giving to. We're working towards providing 1 full year of scholarship to a student that attends Heritage Academy in Augusta, Georgia, and they have just such a wonderful mission. And I mean, they're bringing those kids are just thriving there, and they're learning to play the violin. I'm so impressed. 'Cause
Awesome. Yeah.
I'm not musical, but I love music. You
Oh, I
too.
do too.
You too.
Yeah.
And so I love that they're learning to play the violin, and
that's
these
neat.
kids are going on and going to college, and they're I mean they're just building up the a lot of the poorer sections inner city of
That's
Augusta,
what we need,
and
definitely.
it's wonderful, and the people working there they're very loving and kind people, and so Joe and I have supported them for many years. The lady that founded, we call her Dr. T because her last name is hard to pronounce, and her name is Linda. She's a good friend of mine, and she retired this year, but the Tana, the girl that's taken her spot, is terrific, and so carrying on the mission just seamlessly. But Linda, we met when we were in our 20s, and we were going to church together at First Presbyterian Church in Augusta, Georgia. We were in the young married class.
It's been a long time.
Oh, no, not that long.
You know.
Yeah, it really has. It really has. But the neat thing is, there were so many people from that class that went on and you know did something with their life, you know, in some kind of a ministry.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
I love it. I know sometimes I feel pretty
Yeah.
useless when I'm around people like that because it's like, what are you doing? You're getting up and you're going to work, you know.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they're-
your support, Sally. You do a lot.
I do love to
She
support them,
does.
but man, but I'm so
But this
impressed
fabric
with
is
the work
just
they do.
gorgeous, isn't it?
What would you make out of this, Regina?
if I were sewing for myself, I'd make a really pretty dress.
Yeah.
Really pretty spring dress out of this. It's beautiful. It almost looks like it has a wood grain to this. And we couldn't decide which side is the right or the wrong side, so which you would use. So
we'll go to
you
the
could
overhead and the overhead is for YouTube and Facebook. And so let's see if we can bring it in close. Let's see here. I don't know if they can see that.
This side's a little bit shinier, and then this side's a little not quite so shiny, and it's more the grain. Yeah,
right. This is really
it's
pretty.
It's really
I think
pretty.
it'd be warm because it's got a little bit of wool in it, and we have been selling pieces.
A jacket would be beautiful too over a cream dress or something. Yeah. Oh, it'd be really pretty.
In fact, this, speaking of cream, this is pretty with cream.
Look at that.
Because Regena made a garment, and she used this ivory lace. It's so pretty, and yeah, I'm always looking to see what's going to go.
Yeah, well, that would be really pretty with it.
That would be good on this pattern.
Yeah, it would.
Here we have a couple of girls that made a new coat by Wild Seeds Patterns, and the coat is called Thistle, and this one is made out of boucle, pink boucle. This one right here out of this fabric, and this would be beautiful.
This would be really nice for the summer. Not the summer, for the south.
Yeah.
In the spring and the south, because it's not real heavy.
That's right.
But you need something. You know, usually at Easter it turns cold, so you can put that over your Easter dress. Would be really
and it
pretty.
Would look appropriate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is made out of a wool coating. But what I've seen lots of little different styles on Wild Seeds. Let's see. I want to give credit to the girls. This is at Dresses for Juliet, the girl that made this. So cute. And this is Love Zola. Love Zola. Are these Instagram pictures? Instagram pictures. And so the pattern, we just ordered the pattern for ourselves. But the pattern could be a top where it's cut off at the bottom. It'd be really, really cute. It can be... somebody made it where they just had one row of buttons instead of double-breasted, and that was cute. Yeah. So, anyway,
I'm sure they show you a lot of different
they do.
Different
they have
ways
a lot
to make
of options.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. But this would
be
beautiful
really
in
pretty
that.
in that. Yeah.
You're right about that. Also, the boucle, and then here's another boucle that just came in. Love this. Is this like the 60s or 70s? Maybe we're going back in time.
Your hippie days.
Oh my goodness, that reminds me of those itchy couches that my grandparents had.
We're going to line it so it won't be itchy.
No, Emma is really bringing us back. This isn't itchy. It's a little rough, but it's not itchy.
Not that. Just
not everybody loves Raymond. His mother would put plastic over hers. Then you wouldn't have to feel it. And you wouldn't spill your potato chips on it,
That's right.
Everybody knows when you sit down.
Oh, yeah. Crack or stand up, and your leg, especially if you have bare legs.
In the summertime,
stick to it.
It hurts. It sticks.
So, Sally Riffenberg sent some patterns with Regena to me.
That's right.
And this is a 14 and a 12. To me, I think this pattern, it's 7363. It's a vintage pattern, McCall's. This would be so cute
it would be really cute in this.
The boucle. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go to the overhead so that they can see a close up of the pattern. And
the one dress on the front of the pattern almost looks like it's in this
like
type
here?
of fabric. Yeah.
I could see like Andy, Kristen's second one would be really cute and something straight like this. Because I'm wearing them a little shorter right now, and she's so cute.
That would be really adorable.
I love that. So can you see that? Yeah, there you go. Look at that boucle. When we had Sherry Dowd here, and Sherry is from Aiken, and she sews for herself. She sews like Chanel jackets and that kind of thing. Well, she would take something like this, and we showed it before with the boucle, where she used the yarns. She fringed it, and then she would use the yarns to make her own, even braided trim, and to go around the edge of something. It was really cute.
Yeah, well, it's pretty.
So I keep thinking, I want to make something for one of the girls out of this.
I think you need to make that dress. Do you have enough?
Yeah,
Well, yeah. Make this one. That's
you
cute.
know what?
That's really cute.
It is cute.
Mm-hmm.
All
That'd
right.
be so cute on her with her long dark hair.
Oh,
Yeah,
it would be.
dark
Yeah.
on her. Seemed like we wore. Oh, I know. We wore tights.
Mm-hmm.
Then we wear tights,
Yeah.
and then these dresses like
Yep.
that. Yeah.
White boots? Did you wear white boots?
Oh, white boots.
I never had the white boots.
I had
Did
white
you?
boots.
You had white boots? Oh my
I had
goodness.
white boots. Yep.
Oh wow.
My mom told me about her white boots when she was about 6 and she wouldn't take them off. she got
Oh.
athlete's foot.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh
That's too
man.
funny.
Wow. So
Oh, you're gonna make pants.
I'm gonna make pants. So this pants pattern, I made the flares, the bell bottoms for Farron out of a knit, and then now I'm gonna make them for Ella, who is gonna be 12, and she's gonna be 11 or 12. 12, I think. Isn't that terrible? Well, anyway, coming up, it's gonna be 12.
Mm-hmm.
Denise said hullabaloo boots.
Hullabaloo boots.
I don't remember what we called them, but I had some of them.
But look at this awesome.
This rib knit
Rib
is so
knit.
pretty.
I think that a pair of flares for her,
Mm-hmm.
she would love that. And
They'll
look
be
how,
nice and warm too.
Yeah, and it's drapey.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is an organic knit. And somewhere Christy gave me a cheat sheet on this because we had, I think it was $16.98 a yard. We have it in white and ivory and black. And man, it would be a great like turtleneck.
Mhm.
Or like I said earlier, or if you're really skinny, you could have one of those really fitted
Fitted,
straight dresses. It won't be for me,
And it won't
But-
be for me.
but I can picture it that way. Wouldn't that
Oh
be cute?
yeah,
Wouldn't that be
there's a
cute?
lady who sits in front of me at church. It's like a little pencil, and she
Uh-huh.
would look great in this.
Yeah, and then that white one would be so
Oh
Christmassy
yeah.
and nice.
Uh-huh.
I think it'd be really
Be
beautiful.
gorgeous.
So we just today put this on sale from $16.98 or whatever
Mm-hmm.
to I think it's $8.99,
Mm-hmm.
and it's wide, 60 inches wide. So I cut me a piece to make Ella a pair of pants so that I could get it before it's gone because I think it'll be gone. But look at
It'd make a beautiful sweater.
I mean,
or
it does
or
have a
knit
lot of
top. I
stretch.
mean, it's really
Yeah.
pretty.
I'd like a turtleneck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a black turtleneck. I used to have a black turtleneck.
I don't like turtlenecks.
You don't?
Mm.
Does it
I
make
used
you
to
do
wear them a
this?
long time ago, but then all of a sudden it's like I'm choking to death.
Yeah.
The older I got, the hotter I got. I'm just burning
Oh,
up, and I was
right.
like, I can't take that.
Well, I like it. And actually, this pattern has a really cute top for a girl. I'll show you there, and then I'll go to the overhead and show you. And I think this would be cute in a rib knit too. Look at this little top right here. It looks like it's got. Does it have raglan sleeves?
It looks
it
like
does.
it,
It's
yeah.
got raglan sleeves.
Mhm.
That would be an easy fit. That raglan sleeve design. So anyway, we have this pattern in stock. McCall's 8353. We have it in stock, and so if you get inspired like I am,
Mhm.
send me your pictures because I'd love to see them.
Want to talk about our fancy turntable
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. This is your cake decorating table, except that Sally's figured out other ways to use it, as usual. You can put your notions on it, have it right there on your sewing table.
Isn't that neat? So we have these are only $10.96. They're lightweight, and you can use it like a little lazy Susan
Yeah.
in your sewing room. Amazon's price is $14.96, or we have it for $10.96.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to show it because I think they're so cool.
Right. I have a bucket that I'd made, a notions bucket that is sold, the pattern design is sold by Shelley Smola.
Mm-hmm.
And it sits on one of these, a turntable.
Oh.
And so you just have your bucket over here with all your tools in it, and it just spins around. It has pockets around it. So it would be really great.
Yeah.
You know, you could use
We'll
it.
have to put a link to
Anybody
show you
that
some of
has,
those
even
things.
if you have your own notions bucket or whatever you have with your tool, just put it on there, and then you can spin it around real easy than trying to reach over it.
Put your M&Ms over here, and when you
Gotta
get
have
hungry-
M&Ms on there for sure. The Hershey
That's
Kisses,
right,
one or the
that's
other. So yeah,
So you see my little pin cushion?
I did, and that's the one you made with soap, right?
Look like a beginner style here. That was, yeah. That was a good idea.
I thought that was
love
a
the
clever
ideas that
idea,
everybody
wasn't it?
gave me last week. And so I have these pieces of wool that we do wool assortments, and people do wool appliques and, you know, whatever they do with all the wool. And I brought a bar of soap down, and I just put it around it and needle and thread that thing together. I'm telling you what, it really does make a difference. You put that pin in there, and when you pull it out, it goes right through. It goes right through a fabric, just like a dream.
I mean, it just glides right
yeah,
through.
it does. It's great.
That's
It's
awesome.
great. So that was a good suggestion, and I appreciate that.
Well, you want to talk about my dress now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. This is, I brought it and showed you when I had it in pieces. And I had the
So
bodice, and I couldn't figure
cute.
out what to do with this, and that's what I came up with there. And show you the back. And thank you, Stephanie. I did get the circle skirt that's attached to the lining.
Look at that. We'll have to show. That's Stephanie Dabbs. Been here two or three times, and she's careful not to come on a Friday at
Right, she doesn't
12,
get nabbed
12
in
o'clock
here.
now. But she was showing us, and so she attaches a full circle skirt lining to the bodice lining. And where are we? We'll go to the overhead because I'm talking about it. I'll go to the overhead. And so then, because a lot of times when you sew down the lining to the bodice here, I'm gonna go back up just a little bit.
I'm loving your dress. The color's stunning.
Yes,
Beautiful.
it's gorgeous.
Thank you. It just came out to be exactly what I wanted, and I have two of them because I had to do two.
Well, it's beautiful, but sometimes if you don't get your lining exactly right,
It pulls.
and then you've got
bunches.
this buckled
Yeah.
up here, and you're like, oh. And so this is such a great idea to attach the lining, and there it is, full circle skirt, attached to the bodice lining, and then it just hangs
Right.
straight.
Then it makes it hang and poof out, and
Look at that.
and I'll give you a little tip on this that I did. We were talking about this earlier. The lace, when I put this lace around the waist of it here, it wanted to flop over. So I just tacked at each point right behind it. I just did a little stitch to hold them all up. And Sally was telling me that this old dress that she has here had the same thing on it.
That's right.
So it was amazing that, you know.
Because normally you don't see a lace edging pointing up. Normally it's always down like here, like this.
Yeah.
You don't see it pointing up. And so
And when I sewed these two pieces of lace together, and then I put the insertion down the center of them, you know, it wanted to flop over that. And it's
Right.
like, I don't want that to do that. So I just sat there and hand tacked them, each one down around it.
it looks like it's meant to be that
But
way,
it's going to
Regena.
stand up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really cute.
Alright, they want to know what fabric.
Okay.
This is that polyester Dupioni.
Okay.
And she doesn't have this color anymore. But I'll tell you, I'm getting ready to do
hold it.
these. I did get these two colors. I have these two colors. These are gorgeous for spring. All I could think was that they look like Easter eggs.
They do.
And so I can't wait to make their
That's
dresses
pretty.
for Easter out of these.
Oh, that'll be
and
pretty.
They're going to be really pretty.
Did you already get it?
Mhm.
Good thing because
Yeah, because this is very low. So if you want some,
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, you better get it quick.
but we
It's
do
like-
have a really beautiful
But-
ivory that we it was hiding away back,
Yeah.
and so I was excited
And
to
they
put
also
that
have
on.
a gray, which I think is really
Oh, that'd be
beautiful.
pretty.
And there's a couple other colors for Easter that I think it's just like you can't do them all. So
Yeah.
I had to just choose, and I thought, okay, well these will look good on the girls. So I got
That's
those.
really nice, Regena.
yeah,
So let's talk about your collar.
Oh, my collar is in the hoop collar from Applique for Kids by Joy Welch. And I did it on silk organza, and
It's one layer though, right?
yeah, it's just one layer.
So So
and I
you
just
put
used
it-
2 layers of wash away stabilizer,
Okay.
and then the organza, and then you just wash it away. I soaked it for a couple days and let it wash out, and then cut it out.
So the 2 layers of wash away is gonna be underneath.
Underneath,
right? And it's not like a see-through shiny stuff, or is it?
No,
It's more like a papery kind.
Well, it's fabricy kind
Yeah,
of
fabricy,
stuff.
okay,
Yeah, that's
okay.
Thicker stuff that just kind of melts.
Because that looks so beautiful with this.
And when I first take it when I go to wash it away, I know I've read all kinds of things how people wash this away, but I turn the water as hot as I can get it, and I hold it down so it just washes it all off of it, because sometimes I've had it leave little tiny flecks of it on there.
Right.
And so once that hot water hits it, I mean, it's just gone.
Well,
I rinse and rinse.
And this is all in a big square still.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's still in a big square.
Right.
And then I put it in a dishpan with really hot water and leave it like that. And then I change that water out to just regular water after that for a couple days, and it goes quick.
But it's not. You don't have to use soap or anything like
No,
that. You just
I don't
use
put anything
plain
on
water.
it, just water.
Well, it looks fabulous.
Do you have to fray check the edges on the collar?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Wow.
No. When I cut it out, I
I'll
cut.
turn around and
it
we'll
just-
do a close.
And
we'll do a
especially the
close.
organza comes. I mean, the silk. It just when you're cut and when you're using your little scissors, it just it cuts really smooth around the edges.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And you don't cut. I don't try not to cut the thread, but I don't usually.
yeah.
Yeah,
I guess if you got too close.
you
might
could
pull
cut a
out the
thread, but
yeah.
you don't. You don't usually,
Yeah.
because the organza it'll just cut like
Right.
around it.
Oh, Regina, that turned out so pretty. And so, so you can see. I'm going to go back to the overhead. You can see that I'm going to do this. Yeah. Every little mountain, right?
Yeah, every little peak.
Every little peak. That's just hand tacked, and you can see it in here.
Yeah, on the back you
Just
can see it.
Oh, you tied it off with each one.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. Each one is
Oh,
on
I'm
its own little thing.
impressed. I'm impressed. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I want you to
Nice.
this lace is just absolutely gorgeous, and it's one of my favorite now that I'm going to have a
I
favorite.
love it. That came from Spain.
It is, and it's
And it's washable.
it is,
Uh-huh.
and it's gorgeous. And I brought it out here just to show you a little piece of it here. Like this. It comes like this,
Right.
and then I just put those 2 pieces together
Okay, I'm going to go to the overhead here. So
and
that
show you what I did.
Okay.
And I just did it like this, and I zigzagged those together, and then I
Oh.
went back and put a basting stitch right down the center of that one to gather it up and pull it
Right.
together. And once it was gathered, then I took the insertion piece and just laid it right over it and sewed right on top of
Look
that.
at that. And that way you can get these lined up exactly the way you
Yeah,
want
you
them.
want the way your
and-
peaks are going.
Yeah, and then so you zigzag that together 1st,
Mhm.
and then run a basting stitch down the center.
Mhm.
Well, man, that turned out great. Which is the right side? I can't
That
even
was hard to tell.
Can't even tell. I love that.
I just love these laces, and the more I
Yes.
was like, oh, I just love it. Yeah.
Well, that transformed that dress.
It did, and it was what I thought about. Once I saw these, I thought, oh, I know how I want to do that.
Well,
So,
that's really, really
after
sweet.
I did that baby dress, it had some lace on it too. So
Well, I'll pull
Yeah.
this. We can pull this other one down.
Hey, Regina, what pattern did you use?
I use Liberty from I think it's Violet Field Threads or Vintage Little Lady. It's one of the other Violet Field Threads. And I also use for the circle skirt. I use Lulu.
Who's that by?
The
Violet
same
Field-
one.
Violet
Mhm.
Field Threads.
Yeah. And I just use the circle skirt pattern, and that's what Stephanie told me she used, so that's what I use.
Yeah,
I already had
yeah.
it, and so I like, well, how come I didn't think of that? Duh.
And then what was the applique for kids? What was the name of that?
The collar,
The collar.
I don't really know. I just scrolled down through all the collars and picked one.
Okay.
So I just liked the way that one was going to. The flowers on it is why I
Mhm,
picked it,
mhm.
because I knew I could do those same colors in the thread to match the dress,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it worked out. And I hadn't used that one before, so I
Oh,
was,
you gotta use
I
a
was
new
trying
one.
to use a new
Right,
one, something
right.
like that.
And we love Joy Welch, who owns Applique for Kids. she's super creative and very giving.
Yes, she
you know?
is super
And
giving.
somebody has an idea and she'll make it for them. You know?
I just
It's
sent
like,
her one the other night, and she did it for me.
Oh, you're kidding.
And it was like, oh, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, she's very, very sweet. Very sweet. Well, when I saw Regina's dress with the lace,
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
I was so impressed that, hey, I thought of something too that somebody else did 100 years ago.
this is at least 100 years old. The lady that gave it to me is 80, and this was her mother's.
Yeah, so see, no matter what idea you come up with,
Yeah,
it ain't original.
That's
you know,
exactly
because
right.
I could say that I did this,
That's right.
but it was out there long
That's
before I
right.
did it.
Yeah. So we in our newsletter we had a before and after picture, and I only soaked this for like 2 hours because I was anxious to
This
to
is just
finish
amazing.
the newsletter. Wanted to finish the newsletter, but I used Retro Clean. It's soak. It's a soaking powder, and I always squirt some clear ivory liquid because I like the way it smells. Isn't that crazy? But anyway, it was much darker than this, and the rust stains were very much more pronounced. But since then, I've had people write to me and tell me how they get rid of rust stains. And one girl said that she used to use, and doesn't even know if they're available, but Bosch and Lom, you know,
Yeah,
the eye
think that's
contact
it.
people,
Yeah.
that they had, what were they, some kind of enzyme tablets or something like that. They probably would clean your contact
Clean
lenses.
the contact lens,
Yeah, they were
yeah.
tablets. And she used those. She said I would test it on a piece of fabric first. But she used that and it got rid of rust. And then
That's amazing.
who else just wrote? Oh, hydrogen peroxide. Somebody just wrote and told me that they had some rust spots. Her iron all spit and spewed. And so she took it over a glass pie plate like this and poured the hydrogen peroxide on it, and it disappeared.
Oh my gosh.
And so then
I
rinse it
want to
really
try that
thoroughly.
just to see,
I know.
you know.
And then the other ones I read, I've been reading, people use lemon juice and go out in the sun and use an eyedropper and then put a little eyedropper of lemon juice on it, and then you can put it either on like a white towel or even on the grass.
Yeah.
Some people whiten things by laying it on the grass. But I do know that rust spots will, in fact, I see this right here now.
It'll have a hole.
It weakens the fibers, and so there is a tiny little hole right here. But this is pretty enough.
Yeah.
There's a hole in that one too. This is pretty enough to put a little slip under there and turn that into something that a child could wear at least for a picture.
Yeah, a photo would be
I
great.
mean, isn't that pretty? So
Because whoever made this probably never had a photo in it.
yeah, that's probably right.
You know, they probably didn't have.
You know what? This whole thing was done by hand.
I was looking at
All
this
the
and I'm just like,
stitches were
oh
done
my
by hand.
goodness, you can see that it's rolled and
Yeah,
whipped around there. I mean, that is amazing.
But when I washed it, this lace was flopping down, and I thought, well, I could see by the cuff that it's supposed to be up because when they sewed it, when they sewed the seam, they sewed that
Sewed
up.
it up.
And so I looked over here, and look, they've
tacked it down.
They've tacked it down
Yeah.
at every peak or every other peak, something like that. You think they went?
They went from
Well,
one to
guess
the
what?
other. They didn't do what I did.
No, they did. They went from one to the other and tacked it up loosely. But it's sweet that way. And then this is just a lace shaping at the shoulders where they curved it around, and the pattern, the yoke, has no shoulder seam.
Yeah, look at that.
So it's laid out. So that means when you get around to the back, it's on the bias. I'll show you the overhead. When you lay your pattern out with it's like if you took a yoke or even a collar pattern that had a shoulder seam and you laid the shoulder seams together, the back part would be angled like this.
Yeah.
And that's how this was. And so now when you get to the back, you can see
the grain is going.
The grain is cut is on the bias. And they probably used beauty pins on here.
Yeah, I would think
little
so.
beauty pins. And so, but as sweet as can be.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cute.
It's really sweet. But in order to keep the lace up, especially this width of a lace, and same with yours,
Right, with mine, yeah.
you really do
You gotta
would have to tack it up.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that the lady that brought this to me, she was telling me that she used to sew beautiful baby clothes, beautiful. She liked to cover her own little metal snaps. If she sewed her baby clothes with a real fine batiste or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
she would actually cut a circle. I've been wanting to do this, and I just didn't do it before today. But she would cut a little circle, just like you're doing a yo-yo,
Mm-hmm.
and with needle and thread, she would sew around it and pull it up tight around the snap.
It would have to be so tiny.
It would, yeah,
Oh,
I said,
tiny.
you'd have to use a really little needle and really fine
Mhm.
thread. But she showed me some of the
Yeah.
snaps that she would use it on,
Amazing.
very tiny. But I could see, wouldn't that be pretty?
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't have any of that metal snap showing.
Right.
And then she just said, just barely touch the point of the snap to create a little tiny hole so that that would go through there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would do it the same with the back part. And then when you sew it on, you couldn't see your stitches. You'd sew it on, and that would be covered in the same,
Isn't that
maybe a little
something?
print
Yeah.
or a little batiste. That'd be really cute.
Oh, it'd be pretty.
Really cute. So, anyway, I wanted to show this because I love vintage clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I love how they did them. This, it almost looked like a puffing strip at the bottom,
It does
but
look
it's
like
really just gathered
It's just gathered.
and then sewn to.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think this is gathered at all. Do you? And do you think
No,
it's
I
just
think
a
it's
band?
yeah, I think that's just
That's
a
just
band.
a band?
Mm-hmm.
I love this. I
It's
love
pretty.
this lace with a big design. I think it's really sweet. So
Meg says she loves the idea of a covered snap too.
I
Mm-hmm.
know. I want to try it. I do want to try it. I'm really not that. I don't have a lot of finesse when I hand sew. Not like Gail Doan
Have
and
to
her
practice,
amazing
practice,
stuff.
practice.
Yeah, but I could picture it. I just think it'd be beautiful. I might need to start with a 1-inch snap.
Yeah, go with a big, go big, and then go small.
Yeah.
Get the hang of doing it, and then go
I
smaller.
know, because then you can get tinier and tinier,
Right,
right?
you can go down. Yeah.
I think threads used to be finer than they are today. I don't know.
Well, before we go to something else, Sally,
What?
I have something to talk about.
Oh, you do?
I do.
This is why you came.
Yeah, this is why I came. I wanted to surprise you with something.
I have no idea.
She has no clue. Well, remember you were telling me about, we were talking about your house plans one day, and you said you wanted that big foyer with a big Christmas tree in it that you never put up. And I was laughing that day about this because about a week or so before that, a friend had sent me a message and asked if they could make you a handmade ornament. And I said yes. And so I've been collecting these all this time. And a lot of our friends are out there watching today, and I told you I was going to give them to her today.
I am crying.
Oh, but this
My
is your basket
goodness.
of handmade ornaments from a lot of your friends, and I know that a lot of you watching us did not know about it, and so it's still okay if you send them, because there's some that did not get in here that are being sent directly, so that Sally can decorate that and won't have a big naked tree like mine this year.
Thank you, Santa.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
And so we want her tree to have lots of decorations on it. And so this is from all of your friends out here watching, and they're all handmade.
Did you know about this?
She did this morning.
Oh,
I didn't
my
tell anybody
goodness.
else here. I just
thought
kept
about it and I was like, I forgot to grab a box of cleanup.
Oh, here's some right here.
Okay, good.
I really wanted it to be a surprise, and because a lot of times you don't get surprises very often.
That's true.
And so I wanted it, and these ladies have been so great, and I almost gave it away because the day that Fred and Denise came, they called me, and we had talked ahead of time, And so they met me back in Aiken to
Oh,
give
you
me
got
theirs.
to be kidding me! Oh my goodness!
And I almost
Oh.
let it slip that, oh yeah, I got to meet them for the
here's
first
Fred and
time, and I
Denise.
love
And
them.
you know, this is the killer. You know, this is Fred and Denise.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, these are all Fred and Denise.
Wow, Denise put she shared that she still does handmade Christmas ornaments, and I'm like, oh, that would be so nice. When she put that on her.
Sally, Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you, everybody.
This
Thank
was
you. Oh my
one that I
goodness.
made for you. It's a little bit different. It's the
Oh.
one that
Oh, it's the light. Is it the one
It's
that
the
lights,
lights
up?
up, yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
and this is one, you know, I
Oh.
took the one from the class first, and so,
Did you make her one of the rolls of toilet paper?
no, I should have.
Look, oh, I love this one. Oh
It's,
my goodness! Did you watch me
I thought at
playing with
least
that
this
the other
year-
day? It's
yeah, I
like I kept
did.
playing and playing with it. Oh my
Look,
goodness!
she can set this by our table this year, and then next year she can decorate with
I
all
will
of these.
Too. Oh, this is so nice.
Yeah, so I'm so happy that
Oh,
You're happy.
My goodness.
I was really worried about all that.
I'm just- I'm completely overwhelmed. Thank you.
I collected a lot of
Thank
these at the
you.
convention.
Oh my
and
goodness.
ladies brought them to me, and
Oh, we've got crystal
You
ones.
did good keeping that secret.
Oh,
I
how'd you
did, didn't
do
I? And I
that?
told everybody I
Oh, my
wanted this to be a
goodness.
secret, you know.
Well, it is. Oh, people.
And Denise made these too, and here these little
Oh,
handmade
look
ones.
at that.
these, aren't they
Oh
beautiful?
my goodness.
It's been like
Oh,
Christmas to me, and I didn't
wow.
open them.
Look
so.
at this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
these are
so
so pretty.
beautiful.
Grace
Oh.
said, very sweet of you, Regina.
Yeah. Wow. This is
They're
What
a
I wanted to
Right.
share, huh?
Everybody's crying.
Try it. I can't get over it. Man.
I know I'm not going to promise myself.
Oh my goodness.
This one's from Billy Paris, and I'll just tell you that's a hand blown glass ornament.
Oh, and I know she does.
I know she
Go
did.
there. Oh my goodness. I'll open these and get pictures for everybody. I will.
And I try to make sure everybody's name's
Oh,
on. And there's a
good.
bag in here. It came from the Martha Washington Saga group.
Oh my goodness.
And there's some more coming from different Saga
Oh.
groups. So
Yeah.
you'll get more things in the mail next week
Oh,
and
my
later on
goodness.
because I just
Oh,
didn't make it this time.
The farmhouse fabrics tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sally, your tree's gonna be so beautiful in your new
Oh
house next year.
man.
Isn't that beautiful?
Billy Paris, hand blown. This is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Brad
Oh.
says he's crying now, too.
Oh man. I forget anybody's watching me. I'm sitting here
That's
like I'm
okay.
gonna put my head down and
That's
bawl.
all right.
Oh my goodness.
When you open them tonight, you can have your.
I know. Oh, I definitely will get pictures of everything. We need to make a little booklet.
And I was
Oh,
thinking
my
today we're trying to gather
goodness.
up things to talk about and everything. I'm like, okay, well we can't talk about a whole lot of too much stuff because I have stuff to
And
talk
like-
about too.
She was like, well, she wanted to come on the first, and was like, why?
Yeah, and I'd already talked about my dress, but I had to bring it to be
Yes.
finished so that I could be here on this
said
day.
to Chrissy, well, tell her to send a picture of what she.
She did. And she's
Why
probably
didn't you
going
bring-
like, well, she already showed that.
No,
but it's
no,
like,
I didn't see it finished. I'm like, okay, then I can pull some stuff to go with it. Oh man.
But I'm out of town next weekend, so I couldn't do it next
Oh.
Friday. And then the next one I wasn't sure about, so it was like, okay.
Oh,
I just told Christy last month, put me on the first.
I'm gonna just angle.
Oh yeah,
Just
so that,
angle.
or you
this.
can turn the overhead on too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
It's full of
man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
lots of
Oh,
ornaments.
I love you guys. You can't even know. Can't even know. how
Look at
much
this
it
basket.
means. Oh man.
I was thinking I have to put them in
at
something so she gets a laundry basket here or some kind of
Oh.
basket.
Wow. Wow. Okay, it's definitely a Christmas to remember.
That's right.
Man. Oh man.
Well, it's one of those things that, you know, a lot of other stuff in your house you can replace,
I know.
but this kind of thing you can't replace.
You
And
know.
we all have these, you know.
we're thinking about things that like our kids made, you know, ornaments. It doesn't hit me very often, but
I was going through
when
I was decorating the other day, I have a nativity tree and I have nativity ornaments. All of them are little nativity scenes, but I also have nativity sets. And when I was doing it, it's over the years, you know, somebody's given me a set all the time. And so when I was unpacking each one of those, they don't mean anything to anybody else but me. Yeah. And that was the fun. You know, when it got to that big tree, so okay, nobody wants to help decorate that. I don't really care.
I know.
But the rest of it, I did care. And I look at those things and I just go down the lane, you know, thinking of the people, because a lot of them aren't even with us anymore that gave me things.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we like those.
Goodness. Can't even control myself.
Poor thing. Oh goodness, today is.
Well, you have really completely blown me away. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
And we hope you all have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
and
we have to have a drawing.
And we got to do our drawing. We got the wrong basket there to do the drawing.
Oh yeah. Goodness. I'm gonna want to make sure that you're not cheating.
I'm just stirring the pot here.
Oh my goodness.
And then we'll let you draw it. And we have that beautiful giveaway package too. It's right here.
Down here.
Yeah, right here.
Well, there's some vintage fabric in this giveaway.
Oh,
Plus,
this is beautiful.
You know, this is a 1 yard piece. That's what Emma was mentioning. I said,
that's right.
I should show that dress. I made this dress out of 1 yard of fabric. It was a real expensive piece of fabric, and it had 1 yard left. And I thought,
this is 1 yard.
1 yard, and I made it for Lila back when she was about 7, I guess. And she brought me some of her clothes that had been in her closet, and they had been just in there and never been washed, and there were big stains under the arms. And I thought, well, as long as I'm cleaning this antique dress, let's just see how this stuff works. And I cleaned, and same with the one you made her that time, and they just cleaned just beautifully. And so,
and I'm holding this backwards because I wanted her to tell you what she did to the back of it.
I think, pretty sure it was a Mary D pattern, and I cut it so it had a center back button instead of a crossover, and it still had that cute little V.
Yeah.
And so
that's a good tip and a good technique there.
And then I didn't pay any attention to what they said how wide the skirt should be. I just used what I had. And don't you think it's full enough for this fabric?
I think it's perfectly full enough,
Yeah.
and I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And she soaked this with this on here.
Yeah, can you believe it? I can't believe
it. And it came back out just like
survived.
It was.
It's like, now Farron should be able to wear this in the spring.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all clean and ready for
cute.
her. Yeah.
She'll love it.
Oh, man. But anyway, then that triggered Emma to talk about, we have these 1 yard pieces of, these are Italian cottons, striped with a jacquard little apple. And so that would be enough to make a little dress.
Yeah.
Just like that one.
It would be really cute back to school.
We have several 1 yard cuts that are they're $10.
Yeah, $10 for a yard.
That'd be such a cute little back to school.
It would be very cute. So anyway, we have some diaper cloth in here. It was like 6 yards or something, wasn't it, Emma?
I was wondering what she was talking about when I was
doesn't
watching
that
that yesterday, and I'm like, what is
diapers?
it? Yeah. It's like that bird's eye stuff,
Yeah,
isn't
bird's
it?
eye.
Yeah.
So then maybe they didn't use it for that, but anyway, that
It
came
looks like it
from
to me.
my friend who's 80, and I thought somebody could really use that. She had some pieces of flannel that feel amazing, and we had a girl at church who just had a baby girl, and I'm gonna make
some blankets.
Oh,
that'll be
with
sweet.
Receiving blankets out of that flannel. So nice. So.
That'll be nice.
All right, people, time for just our norm here.
This is what they're waiting for.
Oh, I'm so stunned. I think the only other time I was this shocked was when Kristen put all of my name in here. We drew a name, and every single one in here was my name. I'm like,
that would be a surprise.
Okay, here we go. This is Barbara Salisbury.
Hey, Barbara.
Okay, another great giveaway. Thanks, ladies, for the chance to win. I made Christmas tree hot pads for my family. I gave it to him on Thanksgiving, and that was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I'm making a small quilt to hang on the back of my nativity set. It has a large peace star and applique words, "Oh Holy Night."
Oh,
So
how
Barbara
nice.
Salisbury, you are a winner,
Yeah.
and thank you. Oh my goodness.
And thank you
December
all
the
of you
1st.
who sent Sally ornaments.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be writing thank you notes from now till 5 years from now. Anyway, I appreciate it. You just can't know. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.